welcome to my brand new AI only campaign series. We've done it for Rome Total War, we've done it for Medieval 2 Total War, we've done it for the Kingdoms expansion, all of those 4 campaigns, and now it's time to do it for Barbarian Invasion, the expansion for Rome Total War. This is it. This is the last one to have an AI only campaign which I spectate over. Here we are at last. And before I do want to say, this is not going to be the last AI only campaign that I spectate over. After doing this one, I'm going to move on to mods, and then I've always got hot seats to do. So don't unsubscribe after this one. Don't unsubscribe because there's still more to come. Hot seats and mods afterwards. Just wanted to get that out of there. Of course, I play as Rebels. I'm just going to spectate. I'm going to take a screenshot at the end of every single turn as well. And I'm going to show it as a time-lapse. And yeah, I'm very excited to be here, finally doing this one. This is one I've been wanting to do for a while, and I know people have been wanting to see it as well. What's going to happen? What do you think? The Barbarians, are they going to build up a big empire? We're going to, of course, follow the Huns and the Vandals, see what they do. Are they going to win? What's going to come of the Romans? I've got no idea in this one. How is the AI going to handle both Roman empires? I think that could definitely be interesting. There are some mods running over the top of this, by the way, that makes the AI only stuff work. The main one, the big one, is to do with public order. Now, every single faction except for the Romans have a public order boost. Just because the AI is dumb, they can't really build empires. For example, the Saxons, they cannot really capture settlements any further than about this line here without them breaking into rebellion when I do these AI only campaigns. They just can't manage it, so they do have a boost. But the Romans, they don't have a boost, so it's going to be a little bit harder for them. It mostly comes into effect late campaign, really. But still, I thought I'd best be honest and tell you that there is a mod running to make the series more interesting. But yeah, that's about everything. Let's go. My vote, by the way. Oh, who shall I vote for? Feel free to vote down in the comment section which one you think is going to win. There's not going to be a giveaway for this one, but still you can vote. I think... You know what, I don't know. I remember Burgundy doing well once. I'm cheering for Burgundy. Starting off here in Campus Burgundy. I think they can do it. Alright, so the first turn, the first battle, is actually the Vandals. Fighting this rebel settlement here. All battles are, of course, auto-resolve. And we're just going to sack it and then move on. Yes, as expected, good. So the Western Roman Empire and the Alemanni have signed a peace treaty. Yeah, they sent a diplomat there. Who are the Western Roman Empire at war with? Of course, this series is going to have a focus on the Roman empires, obviously. Because that's what everyone wants to see. Right, they're still allied. I'm going to be keeping track of this as much as possible. That war with the Celts, the Berbers and the Sarmatians. So no real big barbarian power yet. For now, they're fine. But, you know, as soon as I click end turn, all chaos is going to break loose because the AI is not going to be able to handle the public order. That is something we know, so it's all about to collapse. How's this front looking? What are the Sassanids planning on doing? They've got a bit of an army building up here. Hopefully we see them actually push onto the Eastern Roman Empire. I think that would be good to watch. Seems like the Goths are attempting to expand. And yes, they have done. They've captured Campus Lazy. And... yeah, but I don't know how long it's going to last. I know the Huns will be interested in them. Yes, come on, Burgundy. And, oh, poor Burgundy, they lost the first battle. That's usually a massive setback for the AI. Oh, interesting. A ceasefire on this front. Well, I doubt that's going to last. I know they're going to go to war eventually. I'm just thinking that there was no rebellions. 2 turns in, that's how long it takes for a settlement to rebel and rise up. And yet we have nothing. Is the AI just a mastermind of managing public order? I bet it cheated. Yeah, I bet it cheated. Hopefully we do see some rebellions break out, otherwise this Roman Empire here is going to be very powerful if the AI is cheating. The Saxons beat him to it. Oh, poor Burgundy. I think Burgundy's done. Yeah, usually when the AI have a few defeats at the start, usually they're done at that point. There's very little they can really do, which is unfortunate to see. And it's also unfortunate that the Roman Empire has not rebelled yet. They've managed to hold on to it somehow, every single territory, both east and west. Proof that the AI cheats, because I don't think that's possible on very hard difficulty for a human player to manage it. So this is going to be an interesting campaign if Rome is going to actually put up a good fight. I thought they were going to be doomed, but seems like they're here to stay, or at least that's their plan. A quick check up on the Vandals and the Huns. They might be about to cross paths soon, but either way, both are heading for the Sarmatians here, who, if I was them, I'd be worrying if the Huns and the Vandals are coming for them. Where are they going to go, do you think? I think the Huns are going to actually go for Constantinople, and I think the Vandals will go for Rome. However, this is of course all just guessing, but I think the Vandals will be more successful. I can imagine by the time the Huns arrive at the Eastern Roman Empire, the East will have a few more troops here, maybe enough to hold out against the Huns. But of course it's all just guesses, I don't really know. Oh, the Huns and the Vandals are now at war, and the Eastern Roman Empire, yeah, ceasefire, whatever. Yeah, they're about to cross paths as well. We could see some kicking and some stabbing happening here, whilst the Sarmatians just hide in their little village. Come on, Burgundy, third time lucky. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I just want to point out of interest that the Eastern Roman Empire, to help manage public order, has moved their capital to Ankara, and the Western Roman Empire has moved theirs to Massilia here. Yeah, so they've both moved the capital, which I find interesting. That's how they've managed to manage public order. Okay, so it seems like the two hordes managed to avoid each other for now. The Vandals retreated across the river somehow. They must have walked right round to the Sarmatians. And the Huns are only just arriving, so they managed to avoid them for now. They've grouped up and they're gonna, I'm assuming they're gonna try and avoid the Huns, the Vandals. Although they could probably put up a good fight and probably destroy them, but for the Vandals to attack the Huns, that would probably destroy the Huns, but it would destroy the Vandals as well, so I think that actually once happened in one Let's Play I did. I think the Vandals and the Huns actually destroyed each other, because I played as the Western Roman Empire, conquered most of the world. I only saw like 2 Vandal armies really weak, and that was it. So I'm assuming they destroyed each other. That was a weird campaign. Finally Burgundy expanded, and it's one of the most terrible settlements out there. Well, good luck Sarmatians, good luck, you really need it. I think they're gone. Of course they're going to become a Horde nation, so they're still going to be in the game. They still stand a chance, but this is where it begins. This is where the snowballing begins. There's going to be a new Horde generated, another one to go down for the Eastern Roman Empire, who do have quite a few troops on the front, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. And there we go, they're gone. Wait, have they completely gone? Vandals have gone to war with the Goths, put them under siege, but where are the Sarmatians? Where's their armies? They spawned. They spawned a bit further down, okay, that makes sense. Yep, a new Horde arrives. The Sarmatians, so that's 3 of them now I've got to keep track of. This is going to get really crazy for me eventually. Oh, they're going to head for Constantinople as well. The Eastern Roman Empire all of a sudden desperate. This is going to be good. Well done to the Western Roman Empire for being able to expand up this way and still manage to hold on to their empire, which is unfortunate to see. I actually I had to mod it back a little bit to make sure that the Romans were back to their normal public order level, but sadly it seemed like all that was a waste of my time, so yeah, oh well. Ooh, the Goths and the Western Roman Empire as allies. Eastern Roman Empire signed peace and now they've pulled back. The Sarmatians getting really close to Constantinople now with 4 troops. Well, 4 armies. Right, some of these settlements are starting to remind me of, I don't know, some Seven Dwarfs type of thing. chatty, lazy, vandal, and barbarian. Sounds like names of dwarves or something like that. Ooh, interesting. The Sassanid Empire made it all the way up there to Alani, and of course they took it as well. So they're heading north and taking rebel settlements rather than going for the Eastern Roman Empire. Interesting. They're at war. Eastern Rome and the Sarmatians. I can't believe it. I think Constantinople might fall before Rome does. Not what I expected at all, but seems like that's how it's going to happen. And it seems like the Vandals are considering sparing the Goths here. Are they at war? They're still at war, but they're not actually attacking, even though they could have easily taken the settlement and probably then moved on to destroy them. But it seems like they're not interested. Meanwhile, the Huns, they're going round. Not through this way, they're instead going over the top of the mountains and into what would be Poland and Germany. They've done it. A new homeland. The Sarmatians took Constantinople. That's a massive loss for the Eastern Roman Empire. Meanwhile, the Western Roman Empire is doing quite well. The Franks failed attacking this settlement here, and so the West thought, we might as well step in and take it. And yeah, they're looking quite good compared to the East. So it is possible that the Western Roman Empire, I think, could win this campaign, seeing as though the AI is cheating their way around the public order penalties. And there we go. The Vandals did destroy that settlement there, or sack the settlement, but they haven't found a new homeland yet. I'm curious to know where they're going to go. Usually I've seen them before go for Samium here, or Salona. They usually go for one of these two, from what I see anyway. The Roman Empire expands even further into Germany. The Huns have gone to war with the Goths, and immediately the Vandals are like, nope, we're out of here. They're fleeing. And it looks like they're going to flee back round into the Huns, unless they cross this bridge. So the Vandals right now, they either have to go back on themselves into Eastern Roman Empire territory, or against the Huns. Right now, because the Eastern Roman Empire is a little bit weak, I think this might be the best option. Try and find a new homeland in Greece, but I don't know what they're thinking at this point. They're in a struggle. And meanwhile, as always, the Celts do absolutely nothing. Hadrian's wall somewhere must be holding them back. The Franks and the Western Roman Empire have have gone to war, I should say. That war. So the Franks down to one settlement. The Romans should be able to handle this, I think, although there will become a Horde faction if the Romans destroy them, and that could be problematic for the Roman Empire. But that's not the important thing this turn. First of all, the Huns have a new homeland, so they've settled Lazy here, and yeah, new homeland for them, bordering both Western Rome and Eastern Rome. It seems like, of course, the Vandals did pass through the bridge, and they're now heading into Western Roman Empire, into the Western Roman Empire to probably take Salona and settle that as the new homeland. Although, if I was them, I'd settle away from the Huns, so maybe further into Italy might be better. Italy right now, very rich, but also very open. They could possibly take all of that, and that would really cause a massive hit on the Western Roman Empire. But also the Goths, of course, have become a new faction now. Well, have become a horde now, and they're heading for Greece, it looks like. So yeah, it's all very chaotic now. And of course, as the Huns and Vandals destroy the world, Burgundy just sweeps around and they just take it for themselves. Which is, yeah, that's a strategy I like. They're like vultures in a way. I like vultures. And the Sarmatians seem to be expanding further, also been like doing that vulture strategy. They're now going to take Dacia and ease the settlement for them. And there we go, the Western Roman Empire and the Vandals are at war. So the Vandals have put Salona under siege, and I think this is a good place to end this first episode. And all chaos has not broken loose as I expected it to, but it might be about to in part 2. We've got the Vandals crossing into Western Roman Empire territory. The Huns have found a new homeland, but you know, they've still got a lot of troops and probably wanting to expand. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go. The Goths here, they're going to try and take some more territory from the Eastern Roman Empire, although it looks like they're heading towards the west and away from Greece. Constantinople has of course fallen, where the summation's going to go now. The Franks and the Western Roman Empire being at war is quite a big deal, although it seems like a very quiet front, and it could stay that way. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed the first part of this Barbarian Invasion AI-only campaign. I'm definitely enjoying it so far. It looks like it could be a really good one. Please do subscribe to get notified of the rest of the series, and in part 2 it should get quite good. Why are the Alemanni all the way down here? Whatever. Hope you've enjoyed, and goodbye.